Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the wild world of corporate filings. Today we're diving into Dragonfly Energy's latest 10Q report. Prepare for a roller coaster because this company's journey through financial reports is more twisty than an off-road adventure in an RV. And if you want to discuss and chat about this report, come over to our Discord. Let's cut to the chase. The first 3 months of 2025 weren't pretty. Dragonfly Energy is still losing money, about $6.8 million, $10.4 million, $10.40, $10.4 million during the same time last year. Now let's quickly peek at their bank account. They have roughly $2.8 million cash, not exactly swimming in it, but enough to keep the lights on for now. They do have some working capital though, around $9 million, which means they have the ability to pay off short-term costs. Dragonfly sells lithium batteries for RVs, boats and such. They also try to improve how lithium batteries are made. Speaking of financial maneuvers, they also got some cash, about $2.9 million, from issuing something called Series A preferred stock. Think of it like fancy stock with extra rules. And this Series A preferred stock isn't cheap, we're talking 10,000s per share. Back to the bad news, their regular operations, selling batteries, resulted in a $5.9 million loss. It's a tough business. And to add insult to injury, they paid almost $5 million in interest expense. That's like paying rent on money. All of this red ink translates to a loss of 93 cents per share, meaning for every share someone owns, the company lost near $1. Alright, that's enough number crunching for now. The point is, Dragonfly is burning cash, but they're trying to turn the ship around and they are seeing improvements. Now let's address an important risk. They are a small company, and in these reports they need to mention all the things that can go wrong, so listen closely to this. Now let's talk risks, and there's this detail in the filings where they say there is significant doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. That's a fancy way of saying they're worried about staying in business. So how do they plan to avoid running out of money? Well, they're hoping to get more through some fancy stock and debt deals, but that's not guaranteed. The filing also lists a big pile of debt. They owe about $33 million on notes payable. Think of them as IOUs. Though these are big IOUs with interest due. They also have lease obligations worth over $20 million because they rent facilities and equipment. Adding to this is that they accrued tariffs. Think of tariffs as taxes, which are taxes that need to be paid to the government for bringing materials. These add up to nearly $2 million. All of this debt weighs down their stockholders' deficit, which basically is what's left when you subtract debts from assets. As of March, that was roughly some $115.6 million in the negative, which is not good. So to combat the possibility of going broke, one of their plans is to generate cash from a license agreement with Stryten. That's where Stryten pays them to use some trademarks, but they get only $250K a quarter from it, and it's a long-term play. Now on to less glamorous stuff. There are usually always some legal mumbo-jumbo. They mentioned that they might face some legal claims, though nothing major right now. Employees get a piece of the action too. There's about $220,000 on share-based compensation. This is when employees get stocks. There is an uncertain tax position of only $55K liability tails. It's good when taxman isn't chasing you. Now let's talk a little bit about revenue. About half the revenue comes from consumers and another half comes from the large sales from the business customers, which are called OMs. The rest of the report is just filled with more details and notes on numbers. Nothing too big or worrying. The summary here is they are losing a bit less money, they are struggling to stay above water, and some changes need to happen. Okay, so what's my take here? Well, Dragonfly Energy is in a tough spot. The leadership seems to know where they are going, and they've been working hard to lower costs and get sales, but they need more than cost cutting to save the company. This company has innovative ideas and products, but it is clear they need to get them to market faster and generate revenues if they want to prove they are not a going concern. Overall, Dragonfly is in a precarious position, but I wouldn't say it's game over. If they can pull a rabbit out of a hat, they might just survive. If you found this useful and you want to support the channel, like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to join the Discord so you never miss an update. See you next time. Bye.